We are here today to celebrate the launch of the cooking book of Equatorian community. So this is a very big day for Equatorian community. We are part of we're South Sudanese community, but particularly Western Equatoria. So today is a big day for us, and we really appreciate this opportunity because we get a chance to meet people from different community and also to share the traditional things like dancing and traditional culture. This is a very big opportunity, and it's important to unite all of us as Western Equatorian and also as a Sudanese.
So, but because you love your community, that's why you can do whatever you have just to support your community, to go ahead, not to go behind. And then we want everyone to be in community, no outside the community. No one can just go, oh no, I can be by my own. No, you can't do by yourself. There's so many things you can do by yourself. You need your brothers, you need your sisters. That's why we need to stick in the community, and then we need to advise our brothers and sisters, those who don't want to come to community, to come to the community, join your brothers and sisters. We're all together. If there's any issue between us, or if you have an issue with your family members, or if you have an issue with your community members, please come to us and then tell us as a leader, and then we can sit down and then resolve the issue. And then we can continue living together in unity and love. This is what we need in the community.
Let us come and work together. Our unity is a priority. Our coming together is a priority because we need to make sure that if we work together, we bring our kids together. If we work together, we keep our culture alive. If we work together, we share things, all things, everything will be easy for us here in this country. I know we all belong to Australia, but we need to keep our culture alive.
I'm so proud of this kind of organization, and this is what we, as a South Sudanese, as Equatorian, as a communities in various capacity, if we could always participate in that kind of organization, is very important because it gives an education to our young people, young children who are coming up, who are being born here, so that they know the origin, where they come from. And this is very important. We cannot achieve this by just isolate ourselves. But if we come together like this, it gives a value to this kind of generation that we are trying to bring up in this country.
Education is a key. Education is a light to human life. You know, if you are not educated, you are nothing. You can't get better job. You will be suffering. Even the cleaning job, you cannot get it if you are not educated. And we are trying our best now because some of them being born here, they don't know how to speak our language. We try our best to teach them to know how to speak their language, so that if you know your language, that means that you know your identity. Because the most important thing that you need to identify yourself, who you are, and then where you come from.
And now as we are here in Australia, we need to keep our culture for our young generation so that they know where we came from. So because most of our children were born here, and because of civil war in South Sudan, most of them were born in exile, so they don't know really how the culture is. So this is how we show them how the culture is.
God help us to teach our children not to forget our culture one day, especially here in this country. Back home, we will say that we grow up with our culture and we know our culture, but here is a little bit different because we just like mixing it, our culture with Australian culture, and we are happy to do that. But the main thing is we, as in Kakwa community, we don't want our children one day to forget our culture.
I should really thank the whole of Australia actually for welcoming us and letting us practice our culture, our tradition. It makes us feel at home because most of our feeling is always about home and all that. We came here when we were already old. So it's good for us to practice our culture all the time and have fun. And also it's very good for us to show our kids, the young ones, what the tradition is. To also let them know that there's a difference between this tribe, and different cultures.
Musala na dolengugu Onezina muse konyandu Yupe diene konyabeli Amadu manajandu Musala na dolengugu Onezina muse konyandu Yupe diene konyabeli Amadu manajandu.
We support each other because being very far away from home is not always easy. Practical helping one another is the key that we survive on. Yeah, because here, this is a different country and a different world, whereby we found sometimes you're just alone there, isolated, and then the lifestyles people have here is quite different. Communities meaning working together. You know, you got to help one another in times of happiness and in times of situations that is bad.
I know that Australia is a diversity country, which is a different culture, has full diversity. I mean, and of course, we're gonna teach the children also. They have to follow people and then be like, you know, they know really where they come from. Even though they are Australian now, but still they have to know the background where might be their parent or their grandparent come from. As we can see, all the Australians, they are not from particular region or more particular place or particular country. They all come from different countries. And so they all become Australian. Like what we came here as the Sudanese, we're gonna be all Australian. They said, if you go to Rome, be like Romans. And so wherever you go, you find people doing something good. So you have to join them. And that the way people really take it for granted, that it's very nice and very good country.
The most important thing that you need to identify yourself, who you are, and then where you come from. That's why we want to keep our kids not to get lost in this country.